What up, everybody? My name is Josh Pizarro, and you're about to go one-on-one with me. I'm gonna let you know a little bit about my life. A little bit, not too much. Before real estate, I spent a long portion of my life working for the post office. 10 years actually I did before I decided to make the transition into a new career. Wasn't the easiest. I know I definitely contemplated the move for about a year or two before I actually jumped. I think I would say I left out of desperation. I felt very unhappy in my environment, and I just felt destined for more. And then some other circumstances also, like personal circumstances, played a big role in it. But overall, I'm extremely happy I made the transition into a new career. Funny enough, I was actually introduced by a friend. His name is Tyvon. So shout out to Tyvon for that. It was kind of weird. I mean, he was kind of playing around in it. He said, "Hey, how would you feel about selling real estate?" I think I did like a shadow for like a good 2 hours, and I thought it was pretty cool, you know, in regards to, you know, what they did. And so I started taking some real estate investment courses, and that's where I found my passion. I always had like I guess, a knack for numbers, but real estate kind of highlighted that for me. Getting into real estate investment courses really taught me the principles of ownership, which is, I think, was never taught to us as children or anyone. I mean, a lot of us don't come from backgrounds that our parents own homes or even own multiple families. And so that wasn't something that's taught to us. Finding out the principles through real estate investment, it gave me a new purpose, almost a new drive that just pushed me forward. And you know, I just decided to get into real estate sales and just learn everything about it. Marketing, everything down to the, you know, closing, drawing up an offer sheet, you know, all these things. There's so many moving parts in real estate, and becoming a real estate sales agent outside of taking investment courses, you know, it allowed me to truly appreciate and understand, again, you know, the principles of ownership in real estate. So I would say it's a life skill that everybody should learn. Entrepreneurship, I would say, does not run in the family, but my dad did have a hustle that I say I picked up on. My dad never per se started a business of his own, but he was very resourceful. He recently started a school down in Puerto Rico. He is heavy into construction, but his hustle, I say, is what really I can pick up on that helped me into entrepreneurship. So shout out to my dad for that. Mom's, you know, she was more of a sympathetic and very supportive. But entrepreneurship per se, as a business owners in my family, doesn't run, but I did pick up some good tools on the way. So shout out to my parents for that. I love y'all. Being the eldest of three, it was tough. It meant a lot of sharing. I didn't always want to share, you know, what I had when it came to video games and stuff like that. But being the eldest also always put me into a leadership role, per se. Not sure how good of a big brother I was, but I was the typical big brother. You know, we did get into fights. No different from many other brothers, but you were always, in essence, a leader. You were always looked upon to, you know, set the example, set the standard for your brothers. And my dad was really tough on me when it came to that. He had this saying. It was always God first, then your mother, then your brothers. It was always that. clothes, make sure that you're family oriented first. And, I thank him for that. So being the eldest of three definitely meant being the leader and always setting the standard, which kind of brought with me into entrepreneurship. Having two kids, challenging. I became a dad very young. I was 19 years old actually when my son was born. Again, you don't have a manual. You're kind of put out in the forefront of leadership and kind of having to take responsibility. But it was a challenge that was accepted. I'm not gonna say that I was perfect. Being a 19-year-old dad wasn't the easiest. But I will say my son, Brandon, is an amazing kid. He graduated from high school, going into college. Very well-mannered child. My daughter, Miley, is in junior high school now. So you can say I have fairly older children. So, being a dad is challenging, especially at these ages. You're definitely honing their personalities and, making sure that their principles in life are good. But, nonetheless, gotta love my children, man. They're the big reason why I do all this. Setting the standard again for my kids and allowing them to see that I'm not just telling them to pursue their dreams, I'm actually pursuing my dreams and I'm actually putting the work forward where they can see these things. So I'm excited for them to see the next 10 years. Some of my hobbies. Well, I'm a big sports fan, I will say. I love the Jets and the Knicks. I'm embarrassed to say, I know, we suck. Yes, we suck. But outside of watching sports, I love basketball. I love playing basketball. I feel like basketball has definitely taught me, again, a lot of knowing how to be in a team atmosphere. Basketball, you're put into a role. Whether you're a superstar or the sixth man off the bench or the last guy, I feel like everyone has a role on the team, and I bring that same mentality into entrepreneurship with my guys at Three Lens Media. And it's just taught me a lot of principles, I guess, going forward. When it came to business, I kind of brought some of the things that I learned from my coaches throughout the year. But yeah, man, basketball is a cool hobby for me. I love style, I love fashion, I love it. And my kids, hanging out with my kids when they want to hang out with me. They're at that age where they just like decide whether they want to hang out. 18-year-old, he wants to hang out with his girlfriend. And my junior high school child, she's 21. She's 12 on 21, let's just put it that way. Well, my passion is real estate. I do see myself in the real estate industry. I would love to, in 10 years, be one of the top developers. But for me, my passion is definitely development and teaching real estate. Again, the principles of ownership. I feel like it's a life skill that everyone should know. It's something that I have decided to pursue outside of real estate investing myself. I have decided to pursue teaching real estate investing. We have some seminars coming up in January, mid-January 2020, where I would love for people to show up. We're going to have an amazing panel of entrepreneurs speaking on, outside of just real estate investing, we're going to be speaking on just mindset of entrepreneurs. We're going to have a whole panel of different entrepreneurs in different industries, so I'm excited about that. So that's where my passion lies. I see myself in 10 years being a teacher of the game as well as being a student forever. And development. Development is where it's at. I love it. I feel like multifamilies, building ownership, and then building generational wealth. Those are my main focus points in the next 10, 15, 20 years, 50 years, as long as God gives me my time here. Why should people care? Well, you shouldn't care. I mean, at the end of the day, you have your own life, right? You shouldn't give a flying fuck what I do. But just know that I am moving with full-on good intent in what I'm bringing and the platform that I'm creating in these speaking seminars. You know, I am becoming what I wanted. For a long time, I found myself not really pursuing my passions and my dreams. And I never really had anybody in my ear. So for me, I would love to be the bridge between the people that don't know and the people that do know, and build that bridge between you guys. Because at the end of the day, what stands between us is information. And what we don't know and what we do know is it's all relevant in our lives. So generational wealth, I feel like everyone should have these principles in their knowledge. And reason being is we all strive for the same things. We all want to feed our families. We all want to, you know, provide opportunities for ourselves and our families in what we do. So I feel like, you know, what I'm bringing to the table and teaching and hopefully inspiring would be for those to pursue your dreams, pursue your purpose in this life, and don't look back. I mean, a lot of us look at our old stories and we stay there and we live there, and I want to be living proof that you're not what you start off to be. 10 years in the post office, and look at me now. I'm working for the #1 sales firm in New York City. I have started 2 successful businesses now, and I would hope that, you know, somebody takes that and runs with the inspiration. And for those that don't care, it's totally cool, but it's not going to stop me. I hope you guys took a little bit out of that, and I gave you a little bit of me, not just business, but me. I love you guys.